Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to again share the Grow Your Own initiative of CVCC, Lynchburg College, and our local school divisions, which is designed to produce much-needed teachers and teachers from underrepresented populations. This is an opportunity for local school divisions to identify, support, and hire students as teachers in their respective schools. Dr. Massey and I believe with a number of vacancies experienced this past year, it is prudent that this message get out early in the year for seniors as they consider their higher education and career plans. And perhaps these comments can be used in the future to let other students and parents know about this opportunity. We believe the Grow Your Own initiative can support LCS's and neighboring school divisions' efforts to attract and retain quality teachers. Success is about having effective colleagues. My experience is that teachers coming back to where they went to school are often the most very effective colleagues. But Dr. Capps and Dr. Mickles from CVCC and colleagues at CVCC and LC, a guided and differentiated pathway has been created for students that you identify and support to go from high school to CVC to LC and to complete their degrees in teacher licensure in a timely and cost-effective manner. These students will be prepared to return and effectively lead in your classrooms and schools. I think we can all think of people in our schools. I know Ms. Morrison certainly can. Those people who came from Lynchburg City, who returned to teach and work in Lynchburg City, are the best and the brightest, and they stay for a long time and do good things. To identify student candidates, each high school CVGS and the STEM Academy can identify high school candidates who LCS will encourage to become teachers. Generally, candidates would be encouraged to study in STEM-related fields or come from underrepresented population groups within the division. However, the final selection is up to the school division, and CVCC and LC will embrace any aspiring teacher candidates that you all identify to go on after graduation. All candidates will be expected to meet all Virginia licensure requirements. Candidates will apply to both CVCC and LC and will need to be admitted by both institutions in order to participate in the program. Candidates will be considered duly enrolled and will have an advisor at CVCC and two advisors at LC. One will be for the education program, one will be for whatever content area they wish to teach. Candidates will follow a guided pathway to licensure with courses sequenced to meet LC general education requirements and Virginia licensure regulations and complete their degrees in 4 years. It's interesting, if students go to CVCC for 2 years and get their associate's degrees and then transfer to LC for their last 2 years, they can graduate and get their teaching license in 4 years. If they come to LC as freshmen, it takes them 4.5 years. Now, to explain the logic or the reason for that is beyond me. But it certainly behooves parents and students who want to get a degree in 4 years and only pay for 4 years to pursue this pathway. We are hopeful that we can eventually get this changed for people who had admitted to LC initially, but CVCC to LC folks are the only ones who can do it right now. Candidates will graduate from CVCC with an Associate's of Arts and Sciences degree while paying the CVCC tuition price for 4 classes that they will take at LC during their second year at CVCC. The field experience, which includes observing and participating in the classroom, will all be supervised by LC faculty, and candidates will return to their home school divisions to have those experiences. So if they go back to one of your elementary schools, if they go back to a middle or high school, they'll be going back to where they know people, where they know administrators, and where they feel comfortable. But most importantly, they have very strong relationships with people in their buildings. Each school division will assign candidates a mentor teacher who will work collaboratively with an LC supervisor to make this program successful. Candidates in the program will need to maintain a 3.0 GPA. That is becoming the new licensure requirements. There will be national requirements. Candidates will be required to satisfy all testing and other licensure requirements. Candidates at LC the last 2 years will receive a financial incentive in a tuition reduction for their 2 years at LC. Local school divisions, we talked about this last year, may offer financial incentives, but there is no need to do that, or no expectation that that will be done. Students that are in early college, these students can take advantage of this opportunity with GYO. It may be with what they've done so much so soon that there may be some extra courses they need to get out in 2 years after they finish at LC, but we believe that would be possible. To start the process, those interested, I put a rack card at your place. My email address is on there. All you need to do if someone's interested is give them my email address. Once we have that, here's what we'll do. I'll talk to students about completing an online application. Once the application is completed, Ms. Walters-Bauer, LC's Director of Admissions, will coordinate with Dr. Jones, who you all know well, and Ms. Emily Munez, the CVCC Academic Counselor and Advisor, to work with the students. So they'll have support and assistance immediately from LC and from CVCCs. Tours and individual meetings at LC and CVCC are available for parents or students at any time they want to visit either of the schools. I will also encourage the school counselors at Heritage and Glass to share potential candidates with Dar Logan. Ms. Logan is my colleague at LC. She's the Senior Associate Director of Admissions and the Central Virginia Coordinator of Multicultural Recruitment. And all the folks, Ms. Logan's recruiting area are the 15 area high schools. So she knows the counselors in the school and she can work well with them. Please know that Dr. Massey, Dr. Jones, and I recently met with the principal and school counselor, both at Heritage and at EC Glass. And on Thursday, I'm going to Big Orange Country to meet with Counselor Ms. Reed and several prospective GYO candidates to start the process. I'm glad to answer any questions you might have, and I appreciate the time and the opportunity. And as a former principal and superintendent and teacher, we need good people. We need them to come. We need them to stay. And I believe if we can attract people from our own school divisions and get them in our buildings, we're going to keep them, and they're going to do wonderful things for us.